Curveballs and Faith, the counterintuitive path to triumph. Welcome to an extraordinary journey of resilience, faith, and triumph. Today, we're diving deep into insights that will challenge everything you thought you knew about success and adversity. These powerful revelations come from none other than Sabriba Freeman, a visionary leader whose wisdom has transformed countless lives and whose impact resonates far beyond the business world. Sabriba's journey is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, and her insights are set to revolutionize the way we approach life's greatest challenges. Have you ever felt like the universe was conspiring against you? That no matter how hard you pushed, how meticulously you planned, life kept throwing curveballs your way, threatening to derail your dreams and crush your spirit? If so, you're not alone. We've all been there, teetering on the edge of despair, wondering if our efforts are in vain. But what if I told you that these very moments of crisis, these seemingly insurmountable obstacles, are actually the keys to unlocking your greatest potential? This, my friends, is the earth shattering insight that Sabriba Freeman shared with me, and it's about to turn your world upside down. We've been conditioned to believe that success is a linear path, that if we just work hard enough, plan carefully enough, we can avoid or overcome any obstacle. But Sabriba's journey tells a different story, a story where faith becomes the bedrock of resilience and the catalyst for unprecedented success. Now, when I say faith, I'm not talking about blind optimism or religious dogma. I'm talking about something far more profound and universal. I'm talking about an unshakable belief in oneself, in the process of life, in the idea that even in our darkest hours, there's a purpose, a lesson, a path forward. This kind of faith doesn't deny the reality of our struggles. Instead, it transforms our perception of them, turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Imagine for a moment that you're embarking on a cross-country road trip. You've mapped out your route, filled up your tank, and you're ready to hit the open road. But suddenly you encounter a massive detour. The highway you plan to take is closed due to an unexpected natural disaster. Now, you have two choices. You can get frustrated, give up, turn back, or you can embrace this detour as an adventure, an opportunity to discover new landscapes, meet new people, and perhaps find an even better route to your destination. This, my friends, is the kind of faith Sabriba talks about, a faith that doesn't just endure life's curveballs, but embraces them as integral parts of the journey. It's a perspective that can revolutionize not just how we handle adversity, but how we approach life itself. But let's be crystal clear. This faith isn't passive. It's not about sitting back and waiting for the universe to magically align in your favor. No, the faith Sabriba describes is active, dynamic, and empowering. It's the fuel that drives resilience, the foundation that supports perseverance. It's what allows us to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great in theory, but does it actually work in the real world? Well, I'm glad you asked because I'm about to share with you some powerful real world examples that will leave you awestruck and inspired. Let's start with the story of Sabrina Parsons, CEO of Palo Alto Software. Picture this. It's 2007, and Sabrina and her husband have just taken over a company in an industry on the brink of massive disruption. The software world is rapidly shifting from traditional Windows-based applications to online subscription-based models. Companies left and right are struggling to adapt, many failing spectacularly in the process. But where others saw impending doom, Sabrina saw opportunity. With an unwavering faith in her abilities and her vision for the company, she embarked on a complete overhaul of their business model. Now, let me tell you, this wasn't just a minor tweak or a cosmetic change. This was a ground up reinvention of everything the company stood for. Imagine the pressure. Imagine the sleepless nights. Imagine the voices of doubt whispering in her ear, telling her to play it safe, to stick with the old way of doing things. But Sabrina didn't just persevere. She thrived. She leveraged her expertise in online marketing, forged strategic partnerships, and kept pushing forward with a tenacity that would make a bulldog look like a quitter. The result, in just 1 year, let that sink in, 1 year, the company saw over 100% revenue growth. Today, Palo Alto Software isn't just surviving, it's leading the pack. And Sabrina, she's not just a CEO, she's a beacon of hope for entrepreneurs and working mothers everywhere, proving that with faith and grit, you can rewrite the rules of the game. This, my friends, is what Sabriba Freeman means when she talks about faith prevailing. Sabrina Parsons didn't have a crystal ball. She didn't have a guarantee of success. What she had was faith. Faith in her vision, faith in her abilities, and faith that the challenges she faced were opportunities in disguise. This faith gave her the resilience to persevere through a transition that would have broken lesser leaders and ultimately achieve a level of success that many thought impossible. But perhaps you're thinking, well, that's the tech industry. Things move fast there. What about more traditional businesses? What about industries where change happens at a glacial pace? I'm glad you asked because our next story is going to blow your mind. Meet Sabrina HoSang, CEO of Caribbean Food Delights. Now, Sabrina didn't start at the top. She worked her way up from Director of Operations to CEO, facing challenges that would make most people throw in the towel. One of her biggest obstacles, expanding the company's international distribution while simultaneously securing significant grants for growth. Now, let me paint a picture for you. Expanding internationally isn't like opening a new store down the street. It's a labyrinth of complex regulations, cultural nuances, and market dynamics that can trip up even the most seasoned business leaders. Many companies, especially in the food industry, have crashed and burned in their attempts to go global. And securing major grants, that's a whole other beast. A competitive, often soul crushing process with no guarantee of success. But Sabrina didn't let these challenges deter her. Instead, she approached them with a combination of strategic planning and collaborative leadership that would make Sun Tzu proud. But underpinning it all was an unwavering faith in the quality of their products, faith in the potential of her team, and faith in the importance of their mission to bring Caribbean flavors to the world. The result, Caribbean Food Delights secured a whopping $2.75 million grant and successfully expanded both its distribution network and its workforce. Sabrina's success hasn't just transformed her company, it's made her a role model for young entrepreneurs and a powerful advocate for her community. Once again, we see the principle that Sabriba Freeman emphasizes, faith as the foundation for resilience and success. Sabrina HoSang's faith in her vision gave her the perseverance to overcome hurdles that would have stopped others in their tracks, achieving a level of growth that many in her industry can only dream of. But what if your ambitions extend beyond a single industry? What if you have a broader vision for impact? What if you want to leave a mark, not just on one sector, but on society as a whole? Well, buckle up, because our final example is going to redefine what you thought was possible. Enter Dr. Sabrina Kay, an entrepreneur and philanthropist whose achievements will make your head spin. Dr. K hasn't just founded one successful venture, she's created several across different industries. Two of her most notable accomplishments, establishing Fremont University and founding Premier Business Bank. Now, pause for a moment and let the magnitude of these achievements sink in. Starting a private university isn't like opening a lemonade stand. It involves navigating a maze of educational regulations, securing accreditation, developing curriculum, hiring faculty. It's a Herculean task that would intimidate even the most ambitious among us. And founding a bank, that's a whole different ballgame with its own set of stringent regulations and challenges that would make most people run for the hills. Most people would consider achieving success in either education or banking to be a lifetime achievement. But Dr. K, she looked at these monumental challenges and said, why not both? She had faith in her abilities, faith in her vision, and faith that she could make a significant impact, not just in one area, but in multiple spheres of society. How did she pull off this seemingly impossible feat? Dr. K leveraged her education. She holds a doctorate from the University of Pennsylvania and built strategic partnerships to overcome the obstacles in her path. She didn't just rely on her own knowledge and skills, but had faith in the power of collaboration and continuous learning. The outcomes are nothing short of miraculous. Fremont University became a beacon of educational excellence, providing quality education to thousands of students who might otherwise have been left behind. Premier Business Bank thrived under her leadership and was eventually sold to First Foundation Bank, marking a successful exit for Dr. K and proving that her business acumen was just as sharp as her educational insights. Dr. K's story is a powerful testament to what Sabriba Freeman means when she talks about finding purpose beyond our current circumstances. Dr. K didn't limit herself to one industry or one type of impact. She had faith that her skills and vision could translate across different sectors, and this faith empowered her to take on challenges that would have most of us quaking in our boots. Now, as we reflect on these incredible stories, Sabrina Parsons revolutionizing a software company, Sabrina HoSang expanding a food business internationally, and Dr. Sabrina K making waves in both education and banking, we can see a common thread that ties them all together. In each case, these remarkable women faced challenges that would have broken most people. Life threw them curveballs that would have sent others running for cover. But in each case, their faith in themselves, in their visions, in their ability to overcome any obstacle, allowed them to not just survive, but to thrive and achieve levels of success that defy imagination. This brings us full circle to the core message that Sabriba Freeman shared with me, the counterintuitive idea that challenges everything we think we know about success and adversity. Life's curveballs, those unexpected detours, those daunting obstacles are not just hurdles to be overcome. They are opportunities for growth, for innovation, for transformation. They are the forge in which greatness is tempered. When we approach life's challenges with this mindset, with this kind of unshakable faith, we open ourselves up to possibilities we might never have imagined. We become more resilient, more adaptable, more creative in our problem solving. We stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance and start seeing ourselves as the authors of our own destiny, as the heroes of our own epic saga. But let's be clear. This isn't about toxic positivity or denying the reality of our struggles. The faith that Sabriba Freeman talks about, the faith demonstrated by the women in our examples, isn't about pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging our challenges while maintaining an unshakable belief in our ability to overcome them. It's about seeing the potential for growth and opportunity even in our darkest moments, about finding the diamond in the rough, the silver lining in the storm cloud. This kind of faith gives us the courage to take risks that others shy away from, to step out of our comfort zones when others cling to the familiar, to persist when others have long since given up. It allows us to see beyond our current circumstances and connect with a deeper sense of purpose, a grander vision of what's possible. And ultimately, it's this combination of faith, resilience, and purpose that allows us to not just survive life's curveballs, but to use them as catalysts for extraordinary achievement. So where does this leave us? What do we do with this profound insight, this paradigm shifting perspective? How do we translate this understanding into tangible action in our own lives? I want to leave you with a challenge, a call to action inspired by Sabriba Freeman's revolutionary insights. The next time life throws you a curveball, and trust me, it will, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and instead of asking, why me? I want you to ask, what's the opportunity here? I challenge you to approach your next obstacle not as a roadblock, but as a launching pad. See it not as a setback, but as a setup for a comeback. Have faith not just in your ability to weather the storm, but in your power to harness its energy and use it to propel you forward. Remember, faith doesn't mean knowing exactly how things will turn out. It means believing that no matter what happens, you have the strength and resilience to handle it. It means trusting that even when life throws you a curveball, you can still hit it out of the park. So go forth with courage. Embrace the challenges that come your way. Have faith in yourself, in your abilities, in your capacity to learn and adapt. And remember, as Sabriba Freeman so powerfully reminds us, life can throw you curveballs, but faith will prevail. The world is waiting for you to step up, to embrace your challenges, to transform your obstacles into opportunities. It's waiting for you to write your own success story, to leave your unique mark on the world. The question is, are you ready to answer the call? Your journey of faith and resilience starts now. The next chapter of your story is waiting to be written. So pick up the pen, step up to the plate, and get ready to knock life's curveballs out of the park. Your moment is now. Seize it with both hands and let your faith carry you to heights you never thought possible. Thank you.